Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is TJAZZART&COMICS, and this is Thursday Night News. And man, have us artists this week has suffered highs, lows, and everything in between. So as you may or may not recall, last week, Kickstarter decided to get cute and do a crackdown of mature content, let's say. If you want the full context, you can check out last week's video. It is quite a long one. But they have decided to reverse that decision. Coming to you from Pirate Nation, Kickstarter has officially reversed its controversial new mature content guidelines after huge backlash from creators. In a blog published yesterday, titled An Apology Rethinking Our Mature Content Guidelines, the platform acknowledged that the detailed rules released last week went too far. The changes were by pressure from payment processor Stripe, which began suspending approved campaigns over mature content. As a result, Kickstarter is removing the new guidelines entirely and returning to its previous simpler policy. Projects may not include pornography or illegal content. Payment processors can still review potentially block campaigns based on their standards. Man, what in the name of hell is wrong with these people? Like, as we're all reiterating, guys, we're all reiterating this. You can't let them ban the lowest hanging fruit. Because the moment you let these processors and the government ban the lowest hanging fruit, they will ban everything. Even stuff that is safe for work. Okay? We cannot stress this enough. All of us in the artist and content creating space. Okay? And if you scream loud enough, these platforms will cave. Remember, they need you. You don't need them. And there's so many other ways to do crowdfunding. So, keep that in mind. And today, we also need to keep in mind the My Hero fans. This is just breaking today. My Hero Academia and Berserk voice actor Kashiro, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering this, Katsushiro Fujima dies at age 43. Takashiro, the anime voice actor behind Korojo in My Hero Academia and Pippin in Berserk, the Golden Age arc, has died at the age of 43. His legacy, Ken Production confirmed in a statement that published today that the actor passed away May 14th. Alongside the roles in My Hero Berserk, he was known for voice acting Dory in One Piece, Ichi Kagebuma's, sorry if I'm pronouncing these names wrong, in Kuro's Basketball, and Siku in the Kingdom. In a translated statement, Ken Productions' official website agency said, our company affiliated actor passed away peacefully on May 14th. We sincerely thank everyone for the kindness and support shown to him during his lifetime. The statement also confirmed that the funeral was held privately with close relatives, only in accordance with the family's wishes. Following the statement, the official My Hero account shared its own tribute to the actor, thanking him for his performance throughout the anime's run. That sucks, and so young too, guys. 43 is not that old. And I really wish Japan would just take the hint sometimes and take care of their actors, their animators, because we know they are notorious for not taking care of them. Not that the West is any better, but it's pretty worse than the West sometimes. So my heart goes out to any and all of the My Hero Academia fans and the Berserk fans. I'm so sorry for your loss. And all of us anime fans, regardless if you're a fan of this or not, we will stand with you. And speaking of standing, now, I bookmark a lot of things on X. And recently, this senator by the name of Zokono Sensei, as we call him, has released about the new article that was pushed in Japan. Article 175 of the Penalty Code, even by accident, creators end up subjected to house searches and branded with criminal record. It's utterly nonsensical that the police, who must have mountains of other things they should be doing, are devoting this much effort to it. The notion that it stops being obscene once revised is also utterly baffling. More so, you never know when you might get complaints about revisions. I fully understand that this is not something simple, and it has been accepted as common sense, where have we heard that before, for most Japanese people since birth, but we will tackle this revision of this Article 175 of the Penal Code as major theme. So for those of you who do not know what this article is, I'm sorry that I didn't bookmark it. I have so many bookmarks. But anyway, this article basically comes down to you can be arrested if you do not censor your what's considered obscene content or remove obscene content is the gist of it. And as you may or may not be aware, one of these artists who is using the Japanese version of their crowdfunding has been getting in trouble with the law. There's been a lot of talk of Fanta's revisions, but actually last year, the police raided my home, interrogated me, and I ended up with a fine of 300,000 yen. To share images between my phone and PC, I uploaded the pre-mosaic versions to an adult uploader and forgot to delete them. So that's an example. So this happened last year. So this article has been out for a while now, at least a year, according to this user. But yeah, basically they can just take your art whenever they want and you'll get fined for it. And it's not right. It's not right. I know all governments want to do it to everybody, and we can't allow this to happen. All right? Especially, especially in the US. My Western artists, you need to wake up, because if it's happening over there, it's definitely gonna happen over here. And speaking of happenings, I feel so bad for this mangaka. Like, all of this nonsense is the reason I'm a fan. Okay? All of it. All this nonsense. So for those of you who do not know, Kei Urina is the mangaka of Gachi Akura. Again, sorry if I'm butchering this name. And she is what certain Western fans, if you want to call them that, call problematic and phobes and the zizzes, if you catch my drift. And they've been bullying her non-stop to the point where you can't comment on her Twitter nor Instagram, and I'm pretty upset about that because she's considered us spoiled brats, and this is just another case of it. So Ken Ura apologized after being accused of racism, again, shocker, over reposting a viral Zakana dance video. Quote, this is a quote from the dance video that recreates the scene by using hair to resemble a leek. I apologize if it caused offense, and I will remove the quote. I shared the dance because I found it entertaining, and I had no intention of making fun of the culture. Are we for real? Please. Eastern mangakas do not apologize if you found it entertaining. Stand your ground. Do not comply to these people. The moment you start complying to these people who need to be in a snuggle vest, it won't be just this. It won't be just like dances. It will be clothes. It'll be hair. It'll be makeup. It'll be movements. Everything is problematic to these people. Okay? Just stop it. Stop making fun of her too, by the way. Like, I'm getting sick of it. You're only gonna make her more popular. You ever heard of the Streisand effect? Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Okay? When you try to do this to somebody, it'll either kill them, figuratively, not literally, or make them more popular. And I hope she gets more popular. Okay? So, say what you will. I hope she gains more popularity. And speaking of popularity, now, I'm not sure how I feel about this one because it is localization and I don't like localizers as much as everybody else. But when I saw this, I go, oh no. As if this mangaka isn't getting enough, pardon my French, shit. I hope this is a case where this won't get hijacked. Now, I know it's IGN, but let's take a look at it. How Witch Hat Atelier uses dubbing as world building. Oh, we're off to a great start, aren't we? One of the best shows of the season uses its English dub to portray the divide between the characters. Oh god. Here we go. We'll get through this. I promise. Witch Hat Atelier is one of the best shows of the spring 2026 season, a highly anticipated anime by fans who tease it to be as part of the big three of fantasy anime alongside Delicious in Dungeon, or Dungeon Meshi for short, and Frieren. The show is set in a world where only select few have the ability to use magic. Coco, a girl who accidentally comes across the secret magic, ends up turning her mom into stone. She then becomes a witch apprentice with the goal of restoring her mother's life. It's a visually dazzling anime with a complex world, and it's also, so surprisingly enough, the best English dub in years for one particular reason. Okay, here we go. Dubbing is the source of one of the oldest debates among anime fans. Does listening to the dub take away from the purity of the story? Are subs better than dubs? We're not here to provide the answer of that age-old question. Subs are better as of late, by the way, so just do subs, FYI. There are dubs that are considered not only legendary, but the best way to experience a show, like Cowboy Bebop or Full Metal Alchemist. That's tied in both departments, including Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry, not sorry. Then there's Witch Hat Atelier, a show that doesn't just have a really great English dub, but actually uses the art of localization in order to enhance the world building of the show. It does this by having each character speak with a European accent. That is, except Coco. Okay, not bad so far. In the world of Witch Hat, witches are a social class of their own, an elite group that includes the looks on outsiders. As soon as Coco learns the secret magic, she is immediately ostracized by every witch she comes across. When building the English dub, ADR director Emily decided to lean into the original manga's European inspiration by using accents to highlight the different upbringings of the characters between witches and non-witches. This is a clear class divide. There are a lot of social differences between these groups of people, and I wanted to be an immediate audible, and accents are very good, quick way to do that, told IGN. In English, we automatically associate different history and the class structures within these sounds, and so Coco and all the outsiders that she lives with all have the standard American accent. Granted, this is far from the first anime to give its characters accents to showcase the variety of its characters, like Black Lagoon and Metaphor and Rezo employed accents to illustrate European-inspired fantasy setting, given that comic genres, sorry if I am butchering names today, is already quite inspired by Lord of the Rings, as well as Renaissance art and art nouveau, that's Victorian art by the way, and it makes it further utilize the audience's association of Europe with high fantasy to add to the show's world. Okay, so this isn't too bad for now. Of course, they'll always be up to something. I get what they are doing, which is nice, especially when it comes to the classes, because every fantasy does have a class. So, and as long as they're following the mangaka's vision and European inspired storytelling and art when it comes to the fantasy genre, I have no problem with that. What I do have a problem with, and this is not anime related, but to me this is too important. So as you guys may heard over the past week, a shrine has been being burnt down. Okay? But what you may not know is over the past, according to this Twitter user, for the past 5 months of this year, these shrines, at least, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 shrines over the past 5 months have been burnt down. And it's highly suspicious because, as you may or may not know, Japan, like us, has an immigration problem. Mostly illegal immigrants. So, I'm not saying it could be someone who is illegal entering in a country illegally, but I find it highly suspicious that your immigrant population increases and then this happens. Just like with Europe and just like with the US. It's something to think about, and please keep everyone whose shrine has been burnt and churches that have been burnt all around the world in your thoughts, and help them out when you can. And this goes for everyone. And that's gonna do it, guys, for Thursday Night News. And if you enjoy videos like this, please hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you will know when the next video is up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now go be rebels and create.